Welcome to Winds of Change. Today we'll be discovering how to feel your best from the inside out. Our first guest, Mihaela Ciocan, is the president and primary consultant of Image Pro International Institute. She is an international certified image consultant and brings with her a Bachelor of Arts in Journalism and Public Image. With Mihaela's help, we will discover what it takes for people to be able to express their true selves and feel their best. Later in the show, we will be joined by Sonia Adams, owner of a unique mobile fitness company called Body Circuit Bootcamp. Sonia has over a decade of experience in fitness, helping people look and feel great in both group and private settings. As a personal trainer, Sonia's goal is to motivate each of her clients to live a fit lifestyle by designing programs that are unique, safe, effective, but most of all, fun. Welcome to the show, Mihaela.
Thank you, Jivi. It's my pleasure to be here.
Now tell me a little bit about why image consulting. What is your background?
Well, the story would go way back in my childhood. I was the girl that would stop people on the street and tell them that the colors they wore did not go well together, or that the shoes didn't coordinate with their skirts or pants. So my parents would need to apologize for me all the time because I was very opinionated and I knew exactly what I wanted people to wear.
Okay.
And I was always interested in how people presented themselves. Mm-hmm. And growing up, I was helping family and friends and neighbors get ready for a special event and put outfits together every day, and I really loved that.
So you just had a natural gift for color and combinations of color.
Yes, and how clothes should fit and how to express your style.
Okay.
I always had an interest in that.
Now, what is image consulting? Let's start with that.
Image consulting is a true profession that helps people express what is natural to them and represent themselves in a way that is powerful and positive.
Okay.
Image is a mental conception. Image is how we see ourselves and how the other people see us.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it not true that your inner beauty should be more important than outer beauty? Now, you hear that often,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So what about that?
Well, the way you are inside is always reflected on the outside. And the way we present ourselves is strongly related to how much respect we have for ourselves. So we may be wonderful inside, but if we don't reflect that, people will never know. People see what we want them to see. Image is not everything. It's just what everyone notices first.
Of
right?
course.
55% of our communication is visual.
Really?
Yes. Only 7% is the actual words we're using. And 38% is how we gesticulate our nonverbal communication, eye contact, posture, personal space.
Now, what is so important about presenting yourself externally that would help you internally?
It makes a huge difference to look best. When you look your best, you feel, think, and act your best. Mm-hmm. It is very empowering. People we meet will automatically accept the role that we package ourselves for.
Okay.
If we package ourselves for success visually and behaviorally, we are perceived that way.
Mm-hmm. That is so very true. You can often go into a bank and, you know, if you're dressed in your jogging pants, you get, sometimes I find you get a different type of service.
Exactly.
Based on how you're dressed.
Exactly.
Now, would that doesn't seem right though.
It's not fair, but nobody said life was going to be fair.
Of course.
It's not about being judgmental. It is human behavior at work.
Mm-hmm.
People size people up all the time. Mm-hmm. It stems from the primitive part of our brain. We all do it. Mm-hmm. And some people think it's not fair or it's superficial, but it happens. So you have the choice of making your image work for you or against you. And people talk so much about personal branding, and I wanted to show you something. Personal branding is how you package yourself.
Okay.
It's how you use what you have to get what you want. And I wanted to give you an example.
Okay.
Let's choose these two. It's the same item. It's a bracelet, and it's packaged differently. Which one would you rather give or receive?
Probably that one.
This one. And why is that?
It's more pleasing to the eye.
Exactly. It's more appealing, and it adds value and credibility to the item inside. And it works in the same way with people, with image management. If you present yourself in the best way possible, you are taken seriously.
Now, Mihaela, forgive my ignorance here, but it's not sitting, the conversation is not sitting right with me. It's the same bracelet in both packages, right? And so when I think about that, I think if I packaged myself in the plastic wrapper and versus the other wrapper, the bracelet is still the same. So why is it that we place so much judgment on how we present ourselves externally?
As I said, it shows how much respect you have for yourself, right? People will always respect you in direct proportion with how much respect you have for yourself. When you see a homeless person on the street, how do you feel about them? You feel they've given up, right? They don't care anymore, and they allow themselves to get in that situation and they do nothing about it. There is no successful person that has low self-esteem and self-confidence.
So are we saying that the way you present yourself is a reflection of your self-esteem?
It is, absolutely. It is. And self-esteem is the foundation for any kind of success we achieve in life.
Help me understand that a little bit more.
Well, if you don't have high self-esteem, it's a catch-22 really. If you don't have high self-esteem, you can't really achieve much success. If you don't have some kind of positive experience in your life, you can have high self-esteem, so it's difficult for people. However, it's really worth it because you need to be aware of your potential and your limitations. However, people tend to see the empty half of the glass, and staying positive, it's really important because you set up realistic goals and you achieve them, and that gives you a sense of fulfillment, right? You have to really take it slowly. And sometimes people are afraid of change. But it's really important to take a risk and step out of your comfort zone because it will take you somewhere. If you always, Tony Robbins says, right, if you always do what you've been doing, you'll always be getting the results that you've been getting.
Of course.
So you need to change something.
Now, what happens if you aren't financially secure enough to always be, like, does it mean that you're out there purchasing name brand clothing? What does image mean? Does it mean that you have to purchase whatever's in style for that season all the time? What does that mean?
Not necessarily. Well, having an appropriate image, a professional image, it is important in any kind of profession, right? And it doesn't mean that you have to wear certain brands. Dressing for success is a very common topic. Dressing for success is not about having a certain brand of suit or a certain pair of shoes or a watch that is very impressive. It is about dressing to successfully relate to people you want to do business with. You need to fit their perceived image of someone in your role.
Okay. Now, what if you say, for example, that you're going in for an interview, for example? Would you recommend certain types of clothing for an interview versus informal, formal? Like, are there different types of image that you would present under different circumstances?
It depends on the field you're in, of course, but for job interviews, I would always recommend that you wear a suit. A darker suit always projects better, and it shows that you actually care and you took the time to think about it. You didn't just roll out of bed and go into the interview room.
Yes.
Wearing makeup is important because a clean face in business does not say that you are well prepared and that you took the time to get ready for the interview.
Okay.
And of course, paying attention to your communication and etiquette skills. Image is not just your visual appearance. Your physical attributes.
Okay, tell me more about physical attributes.
People think that attractive people are people who are really beautiful or handsome, and that's not true at all. Anyone who is in touch with their most appealing features intellectually and physically can be perceived as attractive.
Okay.
You've probably heard about charisma, right? Everyone heard about it. That's what charisma is. It's very hard to define, but you know when someone has it, right? You just notice.
True enough.